Okay, take two. Apparently, this is the day where everything is happening, and everybody needs to talk to me right away. Um, a good friend of mine from school, way back in the day, he is, I think he would classify himself as a libertarian, constitutional, down the line guy. Uh, we both agree that everybody should have a better life, but we disagree on the best way to get there. So as a preface, he wrote a comment to one of my posts about Bernie Sanders asking Obama to not nominate Merrick Garland, that he would rather nominate a more progressive Supreme Court justice. His comment was, or my friend's comment was, we shouldn't look for Supreme Court justices that are progressive enough or conservative enough. The justices are tasked with determining constitutionality. Ideology should not be employed. We have so many split decisions shows that we aren't doing it right. And this is one of the things we're not going to agree on. He'll probably agree that my position is valid, or my thoughts, but he wouldn't agree that that's the correct way to go. My issue with that is that we're not trying to determine the reality of the universe. The Constitution is rules for limiting government, primarily, and their power over us. But it's also rules on how we wish to interact with each other in a rational, forward-thinking intent. We're looking at actions that we want to be done, and freedoms and restrictions that we want to put on our society in order to get a society that we want. Fairness, that whole bit. The problem is the universe doesn't give a shit about right and wrong. The universe doesn't give a shit about progressive or conservative or happy or sad. There's nothing in the universe that determines that there is a right way to do it. First, there is no right and wrong. If an asteroid comes along and smashes into the Earth and kills every single creature on the planet, that's not right and wrong. There's no good or bad there. There just is. A little closer to home, or a little more emotional based, is lions. When a lion takes over a pride, it often goes around and kills all the cubs to make sure its offspring is the next generation. We can have an opinion. We can have an emotional response to that activity. We can say something's right or something's wrong. But what we're expressing is our opinion, how we feel, not about whether that particular activity is right or wrong in and of itself, because it isn't. It doesn't matter. We don't get a say. That's nature. If humans didn't exist, that would keep going on. So right and wrong, or that we have so many split decisions shows that we aren't doing it right. So that's my first thing is, or my main issue is, there is no right or wrong way to do it. There's just the way we are doing it. We're walking, talking monkeys. We don't have a cornerstone authority on what is arbitrarily right, what is arbitrarily better, what is arbitrarily worse. What we do have is opinions, what we think we would like to see it in the future. And every single one of us has a different opinion. Every single one of us sees the future and how we want society to be. And so we're fighting with each other on how, not what's right and wrong, not that we're not doing things right, but how we want society to treat us and how we feel is appropriate for us to treat society, and how we want our children and grandchildren to be treated and in the future. So we're arguing about our what our opinion is on how we want our life to be. Because all of this is virtual reality. Government, society, towns, skyscrapers, air conditioning, schools. None of this is natural in the environment. We of course are in nature, so in a broad spectrum, it is natural for us to do that. But if you took humans out of it and went back to the planet before humans and looked around, you would never find a school. You would never find a concrete structure with an air conditioning and electricity. You wouldn't find a chair specifically designed for an emu. So we have created, through our intelligence, through our ingenuity, our own personal virtual realities. We've created our own realities, and now we are evolving in that reality. So we're beyond, sticks and twigs and trees nature. We're into a higher nature. We're into our virtual nature that we've created for ourselves. And at that point, you have to try and curtail your right and wrong opinions, or your opinions on whether something is arbitrarily right and wrong. In this, the conservative versus progressive, as he's suggesting we shouldn't be doing that, we should be deciding it fairly. I disagree completely. I don't think we should have a judge, a justice that looks at everything equally, and it doesn't matter who's conservative or who's progressive or who's black or who's white or who's gay or who's straight. I don't want that judge. That's a thoughtless robot. What I want is a justice of the peace, a judge that takes into account humanity, our feelings, our desires, our future, not whether or not a corporation is more of an entity than a human, as the conservative court has done already with Citizens United. A conservative court that we have now has decided that a corporation, something that is not alive, doesn't have a heartbeat, doesn't have children, doesn't have feelings, doesn't have emotions, doesn't have compassion, is just as human and has not just as much rights, but more rights than a human being. That's what you get with a conservative justice. And that's what we will continue to have from here on out if we elect a straightforward, thoughtless robot deciding on the Constitution. Because we've already adjusted the Constitution to say that corporations have more rights than people. My opinion, and it, again, is just my opinion, as everybody's are, is that if we don't get a more progressive, human-oriented justice system, a justice system that understands the human condition and has sympathy for it, not a bleeding heart liberal that says anybody should be able to get away with anything, but that humans are more important than anything else. Humans are more important than money. Humans are more important than corporations. Humans are more important than government. I think is the best way that I think we should go forward. So I have to disagree completely with the premise that we shouldn't have a conservative or a progressive judge. I think we should, without question, have a progressive legal system and focus on human rights and the human condition. And that's clearly what we don't have. So, I don't like what we've had in the past. I don't like what we have now, and I don't think continuing what we have now is the best way to go. Not right and wrong. There's nothing. The universe doesn't give a shit about right and wrong. It will wipe us out in a second without ever thinking about it. It will have no thought. But for us to get through our lives as we govern ourselves, I believe we need a progressive government, a human-oriented government, not a blind justice government. Because Mother Nature is blind. The universe is blind. And the universe wants to kill the shit out of us. It will steamroll us without a thought. And that's not the kind of justice system I want either. Happy thought. Peace.